time for the bell. How many options will you sell? Fire up your platform, get ready to enter. But first, let's get the mindset centered. Hey, let's go. We're not here to gamble, we're here to trade. We follow the plan, that's how we get paid. Testing, trading, have success. Find what works for you and forget the rest. Stats and probabilities is what we're about. Time to dismiss greed and doubt. Focus on the process, not the money. And the profits will flow like honey. Power Hour Live, let's start the show. Come on, trade hackers, get ready to go. 0-day options, time to make bank. Get locked and loaded, then be ready to plank. Hey!
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Hour Live, Tuesday, February 3rd. We've got the S&P down 85 points. NASDAQ is the weakest, down over 2%. It's down 541. Russell is the least weak. It's down 12 points, about 0.5%, and the Dow's down 302. Gold up almost 6.5%. Silver up almost 9.5%. Notes and bonds and yields pretty flat. Oil up 2%, 2.5%. Natural gas up 3%. Soybeans, wheat, and corn all finished a little bit green. Euro and the pound are both up about 0.25%. Bitcoin down 4%, right at 75,000. The VIX is up 14%. Touched 19 earlier. Oh, I guess it even higher than that. It got in the 20s, I guess. I didn't notice. But it is currently at 18.68. S&P, NASDAQ, a little bounce off of their lows. NASDAQ staying the weakest, smallest bounce. Russell's starting to bounce as well. Bitcoin's starting to bounce. The only thing that I did today, pretty light day, is I did 5 tranche BIC tranches. I just shut them down. I've just found too many times after you have a big sell-off early in the day that a little short squeeze rally can just rip through those and double stop. So I just stopped doing tranches after my 1203. I did make some money on the longs, so I'm actually up about $1,400 on VIX. So a little bit of a green day. I did some day trading, did three directional day trades. The first one was in SPY, took puts at pre-market low. That was a nice one. IWM, I tried to take calls at previous day high and cut it pretty quick. So that was minus 775. And then Apple plus 705. So plus 1648 on my 3-day trades. All done in the first 90 minutes. I did one Elmo just a little bit ago, hit a profit target. And that is it, I believe. No one DTE, no calendar, so pretty light day of trading for me. If you haven't seen, looks like one of the reasons for the meltdown was the U.S. military shot down an Iranian drone that approached the U.S. Navy aircraft carrier Lincoln in the Arabian Sea. The bounce started whenever the U.S. House approved funds to end the government shutdown. So that's when the little bounce started. So that's the main headlines of the day. We were supposed to have jolts this morning. It got removed, I assume because of the government shutdown. I haven't really looked into it. Tomorrow, we've got ADP non-farm employment change pre-market. We've got ISM services PMI 30 minutes after the market opens. Thursday, unemployment claims pre-market, which is labeled as tentative now. And then on Friday, NFP has been removed as well. Still showing University of Michigan consumer sentiment and inflation expectations, though, for Friday. So I haven't checked. We were looking at I was talking about the SPX option chain. and how the Friday options were elevated due to NFP. If we look now, Friday options, yeah, barely elevated. So showing a 20% implied volatility, which is very similar to tomorrow and Thursday. So I would assume, did anybody have a calendar with Friday expiration? I bet those didn't do so hot, because that, if your long options were on Friday and those just got deflated, that probably would have killed the calendar. In the red, 10%, but how much of that, I mean, a lot of that's due to the market movement too, I assume, though? That doesn't seem too bad. Taking a quick peek at next week, we've got retail sales on Tuesday, JOLTS is tentative, and then Wednesday's CPI. Oh, well, you got, you got to have that. You got to have that offset. For me, my BIC profits have been offsetting my day trading, so just gotta have that. As far as earnings go, after the bell today, so I've still got my PLT earnings fly on from yesterday. It got to the point where, well, when the market first opened, it had gapped up right into my 165, the peak of my fly. I was day trading, so I didn't have time to do anything with it, but kind of sold off. But it's still up 6% on the day, so still up not quite 100% anymore. But I'm just gonna hold. Palantir's kind of should do well if there's some more military action. I would assume that's part of why it's holding up as well as it is today. So I'm just going to hold that for now. After the bell today, we've got AMD and SMCI, and then Uber tomorrow morning. I was talking about on the Navigation Trading Show today going long AMD. I think I may do a long AMD, short SMCI. Yeah, that too, Elliot. You got to have a tax write-off. A little bounce continuing here. Elliot, did you do more than just your one Elmo today? Moel, any Elmos for you? Anybody else? Brave enough? You got one off? Profit? Hit profit on it? Very nice. Yeah, Faz, I'll take a look at those. Let me just take a look at BSX. Yeah, it's not one I would trade. Yeah, those options are pretty wide. I would pass on BSX. But let's look at Let's look at AMD first. AMD hit an all-time high right before last earnings of about 267. It's currently at 242. Expected move is between about 17 and 20. Bitcoin really pushing now. Here's what I'm going to go with for AMD. Try to get filled at $1.40. All right, I'll let that sit at $1.40 for a minute. SMCI, I'm going to do a bearish fly. Well, actually, gosh, I didn't realize SMCI is down to 29 bucks. Maybe a little too cheap. Let's see. SMCI has about a, call it a $4 expected move. So 25-ish. Come on, Toss. Come on, Tossie. Squeeze it together. Yeah, I'll do SMCI. Try to get filled at 78 cents. Stock's still bouncing. Bitcoin's still bouncing. Look at that volume in Bitcoin. Like the first 5 minutes is usually the biggest, if not one of the biggest, and it's about half the size of a bunch of these bars in Bitcoin throughout the day. All right, filled at 78 cents in SMCI. Uber. What's Uber been doing? Uber's been getting crushed. Hit an all-time high several months ago of 102. It's down to 77. Bullish or bearish on Uber? Faz, whatever you want, that's what I'm doing too. Faz is a Uber bull. All right. Bullish it is, Uber. Uber's got a little over 5-point expected move. Currently trading at 78. So that put us at 83. No half-point strikes here. Nope. Okay. Try to get filled at 54 cents. So I got 2 bullish and 1 bearish. Quite a little bounce coming in. Do we have any news here? No, don't see anything on the juice. It looks like there's some comments about Iran planning to negotiate with the U.S. Maybe that's part of it. All right, got filled at 54 cents on Uber. Still waiting on my AMD fill. I've got my order at $1.40. Looks like it's probably been bouncing, so I'm not getting filled. Yeah. Yep, she's a bouncing. I think I'll just pay up and get filled on that one. try $1.49. No fill. Nope, there we go, $1.50. All right, 3 flies. 2 bulls and 1 bear. I am working on another transformer strategy that I like a lot. It's Elliot will not like it because it has to do with calendars and diagonals. I don't know, maybe it'll turn him back to calendars. We'll see. Moel might even help your calendar issue. You're starting to sound like Elliot. All right, we got some bouncing coming in. The chip stocks have been super weak all day, and they're coming to life. Apple made a push up through previous day high, but it kind of gave it back. It's just chopping around unchanged. It's really been pretty choppy all day. You could have done really well today just getting long at pre-market highs in Apple. Once, when it dipped below it and then pushed back up above, if you just bought calls every time. Once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times you could have done that today. I did it once. I got long. One of my day trades here, I got long right here when it kind of reclaimed pre-market high. I did try to add when it pulled back to previous day high and started to bounce, and so gave some back, but that was one of my winners. SPY, I took puts at pre-market lows. We know how that turned out. And then the other one I took was IWM. It was really holding up really well this morning. So when it got back above previous day high and then kind of came down and bounced, I got long here, and it immediately kind of flushed, and I just cut it for a small loss. So those are my 3 day trades for the day. Tony plus 1050 on your day trades. Very nice. On Apple. Yeah, I was up. That ad definitely took a lot away. I was up pretty good on that one. It really looked like it was wanting to go through highs of day, and part of it was my, looking at what it had just done recently. I mean, yesterday was a monster day up. In the last couple days, so thought we may have some good continuation going on there, but obviously with the market as weak as it is, just wasn't in the cards. Netflix is going through lows of day. It's down about 4%. Biggest movers, PayPal had earnings, it's down 19%. Expedia is down 16%. Whoa. Didn't even have earnings. That's just a nasty drop. Must be some kind of travel fears with the Iran issue. Fig is down 10%. Shopify down 10%. Snowflake down 9%. Airbnb down 7%. MU down 5%. Coin down 5%. Hood down 4%. Biggest green, PLTR, Open Door, FedEx, SNDK's up 4%, Walmart's up 3%, we've got about 5 minutes till MOC. Still get a 10 wide Elmo. Elliot, or anybody else who does BICs, did you guys keep firing them all day long? Did you get hit with any double stops on this bounce? Okay, that's good. Yeah, I want to do some more digging on my thesis that to shut big tranches down after we have a big sell-off early in the day. I guess you could do kind of intraday VIX movement, use some kind of filter that way maybe. S&P, NASDAQ taking a pause. IWM still bouncing. Or you could use like SPX from the open. I don't know. I'll have to dig into that. SPX sitting at 69.08. The Mahomes butterflies are going to be super cheap. The 69.10 butterfly looks like it's less than $1. So it will be not enough premium there for me to try to scalp. So if there's a opportunity to get $2, it's probably going to be super late today. So we'll see how that plays out. Well, Moel, I mean, you've kind of noticed how I use back tests. I use them as a guide to kind of validate a strategy. I'm sure you've noticed that I don't really follow back tests too strictly. B market, if I'm going to scalp, like if I want to put one on right before MOC, like I like to do, I want to get at least like $1.30 just to, because if you don't get out, if you're not able to scalp out of it, and get your 40, 50 cents or whatever you do, the risk reward is not very good. If you only get it filled at like $1.30. So that's kind of my minimum that I look for on a scalp to try to get in before MOC. And then if I'm going to get in and hold it to the bell, I try to get $2. Yeah, and that's Moel. That's what I've been saying for quite a while now. That why I'm so against like the day of the week curve fitting and all these different filters that are used for making these back tests look amazing, because it just doesn't play out in real life. I like to trade in real life. I think there is definitely some value in, I've said this before too. I think there's a lot of, oh wait, we got MOC coming. Hang on. Hold that thought.
Buy side 214 million and Mag 7 buy side 353 million.
I didn't catch the S&P. Sounded pretty small though. S&P 1.3 billion buy side. Okay, a little bigger than I thought. $15 flies, still trading for $1 though. Super cheap. So what I was saying is, I think there's a lot of value though. Like for example, I think there's a lot of value in actually going through the process of trying to over optimize and curve fit a strategy. Like for example, and I know several of you have done this too, is going, like I've gone minute by minute or every 5 minutes, I think I did on BIX. And it really helped me figure out that, kind of where the sweet spot of entries were. We know that kind of early day entries perform well over time. We know that later day entries perform well over time, but we know that kind of your midday entries definitely perform the worst. And so I think there's a lot of value in going through the process of curve fitting and over optimizing, because you will see different patterns, and you'll have a much better idea of just being able to trade the strategy in general, even if you don't follow a specific back test. So I think there's a lot of value in that, but I think that's where the curve fitting ends for me. All right, not much movement here. Back to 69.10. Yeah, if you can get filled on a Mahomes, it's probably going to be in the last 2 minutes here. So it may be a no Mahomes day for me. We'll see. Yeah, I would disagree with that, Krish. I don't think it helps you gauge risk. I think that's where I think that's a trap that people fall into, is they, will run tests and say, oh, well, if I do this, the max loss that the back test shows is X. So they think of that as their max risk when it's not. So I'm not sure if that's what you meant, but I would, just to clarify. I mean, I've had many losses that were bigger than any back test ever showed. That's what I mean. Pushing back up towards 15. The 15 fly is at about $1.50 maybe. Got about 5 minutes to go. Decent little bounce here. We've, let's see, we got down to about 63, 68, 63. We're up to 69.
At 4:05 p.m. Eastern Time, we have Super Micro Computers Q2 2020.
Pipe down, Financial Juice. I'm done with you. The 20 butterfly is trading for $1.60. Got about 4 minutes. I'm going to put in an order for $2 at the 20 fly. If it can make a little push up there, it may get filled. Well, now it's back down to 15. $15 fly. Yeah, you can get filled on the 15 fly here. Going in on the 15 fly. Filled at 215. No scalp on this. I'm just holding it. Holding it to the bell. So we got filled with about 3 minutes left. That's not bad. SPX up to 18. Tesla trying to go green. AMD, a little sell-off into earnings. AVGO is pumping. SMCI is bouncing. SPX up to 19. Need a little push into the close. 18 would be a scratch. Need above 20 for max profit. VIX down below 18. 5 seconds. Little push.
Order cancelled. Order
A
cancelled.
little markdown. I don't like that markdown. Mark back up a little bit. Scratch trade. 69.17.77. 69.17.77. All right, Mahomes a scratch. One Elmo winner. Bix winner. Day trade winner. All winners. I'll take it on a day like today. All right, all, that's a wrap. Be back for day trading at the market open tomorrow. Got some earnings after the bell. We need AMD up, SMCI down, Uber tomorrow morning up. All right, all, take care. Have a good night. Take care.